be live. But I'm not sure because my laptop is giving me some trouble, so please give me a few minutes and I'm gonna open up the chat window because I totally forgot about that. Yeah. Finish. As I look everything up. Yet, so I'm not sure if you guys can see it or not. Okay, now I can see it. Alrighty. So, like usual, I'm gonna wait a few minutes for everyone to notice that the stream has started. I'm very sorry about the delay. My laptop has been giving me trouble, so I had to reboot the whole system. And it's not a fast laptop to begin with, so yeah, that took a while. Alrighty, so let's scroll down here, take a look at the chat. Sanchez Knights, hey Sunny. You actually spell your name right? Yep, you did spell it the right way. Savage Bearers, hello Sunny, hello. Nice to see you guys here. As usual, we're gonna be waiting a little bit. And as you can see, I have my small camera window set up once again, so you can see me talking. Yay! To be honest, I don't actually enjoy being in front of the camera, but at the same time it's better for the communication because you can see my hands and all that stuff. Because most of the times when I'm doing these streams and I'm explaining stuff, I'm always gesturing with my hands. And it can be somewhat stupid that I'm trying to explain something by waving around and you can't even see me. Right now you can see me. The setup is not the best, I have some crappy lighting and all, and the display behind me is my mom's China collection and very, very old books, but you know, you gotta work with what you have. So, yeah. Shikoi, Poison, Sanchez Knights, music is a little loud. Oh, okay. Thanks for letting me know. I'm gonna lower the volume. And let me know if it's okay. Or should I lower it? Should I talk louder? You know, let me know. Or if there's any quality issue, please let me know because I'm not really noticing these kind of things. Like, you know, the volume is set super low, but you hear it differently because the camera that's recording my voice is closer to the speakers, so you probably hear the music louder than I do. So yeah. Just usual, let me know. Zaif's illustration, yay, live stream! I miss you! And your face too! Oh. Well, I'm back and my face is back. And yeah, it's nice to see you and we should have a meeting one of these days. We're gonna touch that in private, so yeah, we totally should have a meeting. Ayan Ahmed, hello, I'm sorry if I'm butchering your name, I probably do. Otain Gamer says hi, hello. Nice to see all the new and familiar faces. Okay, so I think I might wait a few more minutes, like it's 10:57 here, so I might just wait 3 extra minutes for everyone to join us because several people were hitting the yes button on the Instagram poll, so I think several other viewers might join us. So in the meantime, let's just chat. I know you're here for the art, but I'm not giving it to you just yet. But I have cute narwhals to show you, and I have a chibi and plushie to show you, so yay! We have all the pieces. cuteness on board. So yeah, just 2 more minutes. 2 more minutes, and we will start drumming. I mean, I will start drumming. You can start drumming as well. I mean, I know several people are actually drumming while I'm doing these streams, and that's kind of cool because, you know, drumming can be very lonely, so it's always kind of nice to hear that people are saying, and you know, oh, I'm drumming by watching this stream, and that's super cool because, yeah, it kind of gives you the feeling of community or, you know, shared activity, so that's cool. Ahmed, oh, I missed you. Thank you for the advice you gave me. And I'm working on a story webtoon now. Oh, that's cool. Good luck. Sanchez Night, you're still drowned out by the music. Oh, shoot. Okay, I'm gonna do more of them. Now I have the volume like at 6%, so I really hope it will be good now. I'm gonna put on a louder music to test it if it's okay. And if it's still too loud, please let me know. Because like I said, at the moment I can't even hear the music anymore. So yeah. But you know, I don't hear it like you guys do. So maybe I should hear the speakers. I mean headphones. Whatever. Anyway, just let me know if it's still too loud. Saves. We should have a meeting. I'll help you do that. Yep, we totally should do that. Saves. I can hear just fine though. Oh, okay. I guess we should be good. I hope. Savage Beards. The one time I wish I could be drawing with you on this stream. I'm doing math again. Such a curse. Oh yes, school is back. Well, good luck with math, and you know, you can maybe draw afterwards. You know, homework should be the priority, or whatever school assignments or anything you're working on. Like, yeah. Alrighty, so it's 11 p.m. here, so that means it's 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So might as well just start drawing, or at least just start the stream properly. So, welcome to the Saigami Project channel. My name is Andrea Doni, and I'm the creator of the manga series Saigami. I don't have any books with me. Oh well. But I'm published on series in Saturday, and if you don't know, but as far as I can see, you're or familiar faces here, so you probably already know. But in case you don't know, Saturday it's a now monthly digital manga anthology, the world's most diverse manga anthology, and you can find all the links in the video description below, or in my profile, or on my social media. So please go and check out Saturday. You can actually read issue 109 right now for free. This image that I have on the screen is on the cover actually, so you will recognize it easily, and you can read this issue for free. It's an interactive issue, it's pretty cool. It has the newest, latest Saigami installment, as well as other cool series like Hammer and Summer of Manga Entries, and I think it is Titan King. Actually, I can't remember. I'm sorry. But yeah, it has a bunch of cool manga series and short stories, so check it out. Like I said, right now you can read it for free, but after issue 111 is sent out to subscribers, it won't be available for free anymore, so it's a limited time release. And of course, if you want to keep these issues or get the newest issue ahead of time, like now you can get the new issues like a month ahead of everyone else, you just need to subscribe. So you can find all of these infos and links and everything in the video description or in my profile. Just hit the link tree link. I think I have that in my profile now, or in my Instagram. I can't remember. I'm not good with this. Okay. I'm gonna take a look at the comments, and then I'm gonna start drawing. And you probably will hear some doggies barking in the background because the dogs are outside and mom will just arrive and the dogs are barking at her, so please bear with the noise, sorry. So I Hi, Ahmed. Will you ever come to Texas if there is an anime convention? Oh my god, I would love to. Actually, not necessarily for an anime convention, but I really, really, really want to go to an RTX, which is not necessarily an anime convention, but you know, I'm a diehard Ruby fan, so my dream is to go to an RTX one day. So yeah, definitely I want to go to Texas. And I guess there are some other anime cons there as well, so you know, maybe in the future. I hope to visit some more anime conventions, so we shall see. Alrighty, so right now, in this stream, I'm going to be drawing some fan arts, or at least sketch some fan arts because I probably won't finish them. So I'm gonna close this image. It's just a message board, basically. This has speed, much wow. My laptop is just dying tonight, like, oh my god. Okay, so I have a blank canvas. So I actually put up not a poll, but a suggestion, like a question things on Instagram. So people did send in character requests that I should be drawing. I haven't checked the answers in a while, so I don't know how much. Oh yeah, we have quite a few. So what will happen now? Because honestly, I don't know some of these characters. I'm gonna read out what we have, and I would appreciate if you could help me pick who to draw, or what franchise, or what character. Because I want to be fair, so I'm not gonna be reading names with the suggestions, but you know, you are the viewers, so I would like to draw something that would be up to your liking. So what I have here in the recommendations are Fire Force, Chrollo or Gilgamesh, no idea what franchise, Naruto, Askeladd from Vinland Saga, probably butchering the name, Jason from Friday the 13th, which is, yeah, I just realized it's Friday the 13th, so yeah. Bleak and Yang, I know, those are from Ruby. A character from Radiant, Melly from Radiant, and we have Freddy God. A powerful figure, roughly 3 feet in height, and controls the fate of the bird. So, these are the suggestions I got. I didn't really give you much time. Like, there was like an hour and a half to vote. Or not to vote, but to suggest characters. So, I would like you guys to pick one from these. Like, you know, just writing what you would like. From these, I'm gonna do a sketch. And after that, if we have time, I might do one of your requests suggested here in this chat. But right now, just please focus on these characters. So once again, we have Fire Force, Chrollo or Gilgamesh, Naruto, Askeladd from Vinland Saga, Jason from Friday 13th, Bleak and Yang, a character from Radiant, Freddy God, and Melly or Melee from Radiant. So, I'm gonna give you a minute. Approximately. And in the meantime, I'm gonna catch up with the comments, and then I'm gonna start drawing the character that you choose from these suggestions. Of course, first I probably will need a reference image because, like I said, I don't really know these characters. So yeah. Okay. Okay, no, I'm not sure the music is still on. Like, can you even hear the music at all? Because I can't. Okay, so comments, where am I? Stormy, why you buy the smaller version? Like, you mean the tablet? I actually didn't buy the small version. I got this from the nice people from XPPAM. They sent me this tablet for free to review it in a video. And yeah, so that's why I have it. And you know, of course, it's a smaller model. but I already mentioned it in the unboxing video that it has a bunch of benefits because A, it's a newer model, so it has a bunch of updates compared to my previous tablet, and also it is a smaller size, so it fits in my laptop bag, and that can be crucial because I'm traveling a lot and many times it gave me trouble to carry around my previous tablet. Of course, I still have that and I plan to use it. It's just right now I'm testing this one, so you will see me draw on this one for the first time. I mean, I've been drawing on it for a few days now. I've been drawing all day, but this is the first time you actually see me drawing on it. I guess, yeah. Okay. Sanchez Knights come back to Chicago. Dervish and me. Hi, Mom. So yeah, my mom did not know that I was live streaming. So yeah. Yeah, Chicago was pretty cool. I wish I had seen more of it. So yeah, I hope to return one day. Okay, so we have a vote for Gilgamesh. Ghost Tribe from Final Fantasy. That's a good one. But like I said, right now I'm gonna focus on the suggestions from the Instagram. Sanchez Knights is Gilgamesh, so that's 2 votes for Gilgamesh. Blaze for Christ, Gilgamesh. Okay, so I guess that's already 3 votes for Gilgamesh and no one else. So yeah. Okay, so now help me. What's Gilgamesh from? Like, is it the Fate Stay character Gilgamesh, or is there another Gilgamesh? Because I have no idea. I know that's kind of embarrassing, but I never seen an episode of Fate Stay, so yeah, I'm not sure if that's the Gilgamesh. Or there are other Gilgamesh. I mean, I know the Gilgamesh from mythology, I guess, but yeah, I guess. Okay, so we have a vote for Naruto. And the list again. Okay, so I'm gonna go through the list again, so pay attention. This is the last call for votes, because we have 3 votes for Gilgamesh and... Okay, so Fire Force, Chrollo or Gilgamesh, Naruto, Askeladd from Vinland Saga, Jason, Blake and Yang, a character from Radiant, Freddy God, and Melly from Radiant. That's it. And just for the record, I'm not really drawing Freddy God. We're not gonna boost that ego. Peter says, Blake and Yang, you know you want to. Yes, I really want to. But that's not gonna happen. Yeah, no. Unless you are voting for it. Okay, so Gilgamesh is from Fate. Okay, I still have no idea who's the character. It's maybe the guy in the red armor. I'm not sure. So Yulia votes for Naruto. So I guess we have 3 votes for Gilgamesh, and I have... That's 2 votes for Naruto. No, that's 3 votes for Naruto. So we have a draw. Perfect. Okay, so how about, since I'm just sitting here and not drawing, I'm gonna start drawing a Naruto, and afterwards I'm gonna draw a Gilgamesh, and then we're gonna be fair. Because, yeah, both characters have 3 votes, so yeah, I can draw Naruto from memory. So, so yeah, I'm gonna start out with Naruto. It's been actually quite a while since I drew Naruto. Yeah, I can't remember the last time. Like, I think I did it in one of my Patreon sketchbook rewards, like I did draw Naruto for that, but even that was quite some time ago, so yeah. But yeah, it's actually quite actual because it's the 20th anniversary of Naruto's release, so wow, makes me feel old. artwork here. Like, to be honest, I just wanted this stream to be like some chilling time for me. Like I said, I've been working on pages all day, which has been quite exhausting. So I really was hoping to do this stream as just a little bit of a leisure time, because I really do enjoy doing this stream. You know, it's more of an interactive thing than just grinding those pages. So yeah, I kinda lost my train of thoughts there. So yeah, that's why I also decided to do fan arts. I've been doing pages and some mandatory artworks in the live streams, so doing some fan art is actually putting my mind at ease, because it's just I really love drawing fan arts. So every now and then it's just so relaxing. And yeah, of course, you know, I can always just draw fan art for my own pleasure, and believe me, I do that every now and then. And and yeah. Some of you might see those artworks, and some probably won't ever be shown. Because yeah, I have some doodles that I just do for my own fun, I guess. Some stuff I upload on my Patreon, and you know, some stuff I do upload on my social media, although recently I didn't upload too many artworks. But still, you know, there are a bunch of artworks that I work on that are just not meant for promotion or stuff like that, and I'm not even sure where I'm going with this, so yeah. I just love drawing fan arts, so it feels nice to be able to draw fan arts, and if you guys enjoy it as well, that's perfect. So yeah, like usual, I'm starting out with my rough undersketch in blue. I'm just gonna go with this half body shot. I might zoom out later, but right now I'm just gonna go with this. And I'm gonna be flipping the canvas, because I actually prefer to draw characters facing the left, right? Yeah, facing right, yeah. So usually when I draw characters facing left, I just flip the canvas and draw them facing the right way. It's just easier, it's faster. I hope I'm not the only one who does this, but you know, it's one of the benefits of digital artwork, so yeah, that's always cool. Actually, coming back to the smaller tablet, honestly, I don't really feel the difference. Like, sure, the screen is somewhat smaller, but it took me like a day to just get used to that, and at the moment it's not even disturbing at all. Like, I'm not noticing anything disturbing, or it doesn't feel smaller. Like, you know, I can still zoom in. Honestly, every now and then it even feels better because the screen quality is better. Probably because this is a laminated screen, so it just feels like a better experience. So that 1.5 inches, maybe 2. No, it's not that much. Yeah, it's about 1.5 inches difference. So I don't really feel that. So yeah, you know, sometimes the smaller can be just as fine, or even better if it's like a better quality tablet. So yeah. Okay, so I'm gonna take a quick look at the comments, and then I'm gonna keep drawing. Ayan Ahmed, have you heard of the anime Demon Slayer? I would like to see you do a fan art of that anime. Oh yeah, yeah, I heard about it. I've seen the first, I'm not sure, 10-ish episodes. Like, I haven't seen any episodes in like 2 months. Like, the last time I've seen any episodes, I was still in Canada. I'm not sure what episode that was. Shoot. I think it was the episode when they defeated that drummer demon who was spinning around the room. That might have been the last episode I've seen. I've seen some clips online, so I know that some absolutely gorgeous animations went down and it was super hyped. So I'm really looking forward to watching some more Demon Slayer. In the last 2 months, I basically haven't watched any anime. Like, not even the series that I'm following. Like, no Demon Slayer, no Fairy Tail, nothing. Yeah, we used to watch this series, and my husband Peter, and yeah, ever since I came back to Hungary, I haven't watched any. I did watch some series though, like, it's not like I haven't been watching series, just not anime. Yeah, I haven't watched any anime. I did watch a couple episodes of the movie, but, you know, that's... that was just different. That's for the stream. But yeah, I'm really looking forward to see some more episodes of Demon Slayer, and actually I did fan art of it already. It's a chibi adventure. I'm gonna show it to you guys. I don't think I ever posted it on my Instagram or anything, so I might as well. I'm pretty sure I sent it out as a Patreon reward. I should have. So yeah, I already did draw Tanjiro once. Oh my god, he's so cute. I love him. He's such a cinema funny character, and yeah, I really like him. So yeah, I already did draw an artwork from Demon Slayer. I plan to do some more because it's super popular right now, so might as well jump on that hype train. So yeah, I'm really looking forward to draw the other main characters. Screen. Yeah. Let's see. Sanchez nice, Nezuko best. Oh yeah, she's super cute. Sanchez nice. Don't forget to add at each other to keep the chat clean. Yep, that's much appreciated. I also love Shinobu. I'm not sure who Shinobu is. Yeah, I really need to get back into it. Savage Beer Arts. It's funny I get requested to draw my original characters more than fan art, which is surprising. Oh, that's pretty cool. I mean, that's awesome. That means people are liking your designs probably, or are interested in your characters. Which is always super cool. Is really in trouble. Like, I actually set the express key on the pen to be the switch to transparent and back, and I just keep hitting it accidentally. Usually I just disable it as buttons, but right now, since I wanted to test the tablet properly for the review, I wanted to use all of its functions. So yeah, I have the dial set, that, you know, it's turning and all that stuff. It's super cool. It's just I need to get used to it because so far I never used these buttons, I just had them disabled. But right now I have them and let's just press them because I put the pen the wrong way. Somebody doesn't really look like Naruto at all. It's kind of funny because when I started drawing manga, especially when I started Saigami in the early days, I always was drawing Naruto beforwards. Like Naruto was my inspiration when I started drawing manga, so everything was about Naruto and everything looked like Naruto. So whenever I was drawing Sean in my early days, I usually just drew the whiskers on him because that gave me the Naruto vibes. And it's kind of funny because back then I felt like all of my Sean drawing looked like Naruto, and right now I feel like it's the other way around. Like, without the whiskers, this doesn't feel like Naruto, it feels more like Sean from My Zero Saigami, if you're not familiar with it, so it's Kind of funny how the tables have turned. Let's see. Sanchez Nights, more videos coming soon, Sunny. Yep. Shoot, we don't have room for this hair, so I'm gonna zoom out after all. Yeah, like I mentioned, I'm actually working on reviewing this tablet, so pretty soon you will see a review on the XP Artist 13.3. Yeah, it probably will be out like next weekish. I just received chocolate from my mom. She loves me. So yeah, I will try to finish up the review next week. Of course, first it will be released to my Patreon followers, and afterwards it will be released to you guys as well. So I say the earliest my newest video will be out is probably next weekend. Probably, possibly. I still need to record more footage for the review and all. Plus, you know, I really wanted to make sure that I actually use this tablet enough before giving my honest review and opinion on it. Because earlier, you know, when I was doing my first reviews, especially with the Steamman's tab, I just jumped into the review like right away, and I never used the tablet that much. I mean, sure, I was using it for a day and two, like hardcore usage, but at the same time, you know, there are some stuff that you only realize later. You know, there might be some issues, or there might be some better ways to use some features and stuff like that. So I really wanted to give at least a week to this tablet, and you know, try all sorts of different works with it. Like I've been doing some manga pages, I've been working on some illustrations, I mean coloring stuff, doing some edits, and yeah, it actually, I've been using it for a few days now, and there are some stuff that I only noticed today, like it was like a minor hiccup, but at the same time I feel like that's important to know, because you know, I want this review to be very, very thorough, to make sure that I can give you a good insight. And have you decided whether you want this tablet or not? It's a pretty cool tablet, by the way, so it won't be a negative review. It's just I want to make sure that I touch on every detail. And yeah, afterwards, like I have a bunch of plans for videos. I just need to find time for them. And you know, I still plan to do streams like, you know, every 2 weeks, or if I can, you know, do at least 2 streams a month. So yeah, the live streams will be for sure. And yeah, I will try to work on some more edited content as well. Honestly, I wasn't sure which Naruto I'm drawing here, but I think I'm going for the 3 times Naruto. Yeah, I think I already decided when I drew the banana this way, because the Shippuden Naruto has the long stuff. Yeah, okay. I always enjoy the 3 times skip Naruto more, so hope that's fine. Anahiavalos, since your career is a manga artist or mangaka, do you have little to no free time? I hear this is very common for manga artists. Yeah. So yeah, free time is always an issue. Especially like, sure, being a manga artist is my career, but at the same time, right now, it's not my full-time job. So, in the last 2 months, yeah, so ever since I came back to Hungary, I picked up, well, first it started out as a part-time, but then I was working more hours than full-time. So I juggle manga drawing together with my daytime job. But it's not always a daytime because I'm working night shifts sometimes and 24-hour shift. But anyway, so I'm juggling around different stuff. So yeah, it's very hard to find the free time because there's just a lot to work on. Plus, at the same time, I'm doing a lot of stuff for Saturday AM. Drawing Saigami. Working together with creators. I was working together with comic artist interns for several months. So that was a lot of stuff to handle and supervise. I was working on some other stuff for the magazine. At the same time, I was working on commissions project. I was working on stuff for a convention. I had these videos. There's my Patreon. So yeah, it's a lot of tasks to handle at once, and I suck at time management and task management a lot. So it's never easy to decide what to work on, priorities of what should be done, what can wait, and yeah, it's just in general, it's not easy. So free time is always a tricky question. When you have so much on your plate, then since making a livelihood from drawing manga or just being an artist in general is very hard, you need to keep multiple irons in the fire. So that's what I'm trying to do as well. But at the same time, yeah, it means that you have a lot to take care of. So it's never easy. So yeah, if you want to do comics, you have to count in the factor that you probably won't have that much free time. So yeah, many times you will have to give up certain things that you enjoy, like probably aged video games, for example. Like, sure, there were a few times when I just picked up the controller and started playing, but at the same time, I can't even remember the last time it was, except for maybe a few occasional Mario Kart. I can't even remember the last time I actually played like a story mode game or anything. And that's something I used to do more back in the day, but it's not really an option anymore. Also, I'm not watching much series or anime anymore. Like I mentioned, I haven't watched any anime in like 2 months. And that was also like because of the lack of free time. Because yeah, sometimes I had to make a decision that I'm either watching an episode of something or I'm just getting that sleep, and maybe I can hope for 6 hours of sleep after a shift. So yeah, it's hard to juggle around tasks and free time, and you have to make priorities. Sanchez, comic artists don't have that problem. Yeah, I wish. Ayan Ahmed, oh my god, the artwork is beautiful. Oh, thank you. It's just a very rough sketch at this stage, but art is always fun to draw. And I'm trying my best here. Although, you can already tell that I'm making a lousy job here because I'm hiding his hands. That's just for the sake of being faster. This like to do things. Alrighty. So yeah. Bob Ailings, have you had any experience in writing comedies, jokes? Yeah. I actually, before Saigami, I had a short story published in Hungary, which was a full-on slice of life comedy, which was yeah, I did that before Saigami. It was my second published story. My first one was more of a drama, and the second one was this comedy called Cosplay Boy, and it was super fun. I absolutely love this project. It was based on my cosplay team. I used to cosplay for almost a decade with my friends, and of course, this story was basically about us, about the Hungarian cosplay experiences, and it was published in a Hungarian anime magazine. And later on, I did some shorter spin-offs, like some of those Yonkama or 4-panel comics. And later on, I did a Christmas special of it. So yeah, but that was just pure craziness and comedy, and I absolutely loved it. I think it should be still up on my Smack Jeeves site. So if you're interested, go to Smack Jeeves and type in Cosplay Boy, or just look for Saigami and you will find my profile, because yeah, the first chapter of Saigami should be up on Smack Jeeves as well, so you will find it there. Heads up, the translation sucks, because I did a translation for that like 10 years ago, probably about 9 years ago, because yeah, about 9 years ago, so some of the jokes won't fly too well in English. But yeah, that was my pure comedy work. And yeah, apart from that, I like to work in jokes in Saigami as well. Of course, I try not to overdo it, but I love comedy myself, and I like to think that I can write some funny scenes, or at least there are some scenes in Saigami that I'm just having too much fun with, especially scenes with JB Gon. He's super funny, like he's one of my favorites to write and draw. So freaking adorable and funny, and oh my god, I love him. So yeah, I have my fair share of experience with comedy. I wouldn't consider myself as like a comic artist or anything, but no matter what kind of story I'm working on, I always love to bring in some humor, because I personally love humor, and I tend to be a jolly person in real life as well. Like, usually when we were together with friends, I tend to be... No, I want to say I tend to be the funny one, but I'm always a person who probably will just say something blatant and, just throw in a joke or a mean joke or just a comment that will crack everyone. So yeah, I think that shows in my works as well. And I'm also a sucker for puns. But at the same time, I learned it already from my editor and husband Peter, that you shouldn't really do puns if you're aiming for an international audience, because it can be very hard to translate puns, and it can just kill the fun when you're reading a translated work and you feel that something is off in the conversation, and you have to read the translator's note that, yeah, this is what the creator meant. It is super funny, believe us, but in your language it's not. So I actually learned that the hard way, because in both volumes of Saigami, I did include a pun. And whenever I was doing the Hungarian version of the books, I was having trouble. Like, okay, the first time it was the other way around, because in the first volume I had the Christmas special of Saigami, the 4 or 5 pages short story at the end of the volume, and that one had a pun in Hungarian, and I was having trouble translating that into English with Christmas. if you read, probably what I'm talking about. Because that was super hilarious in Hungarian, and in English I just couldn't find anything that would be as funny, so it did work, but at the same time it wasn't funny. And in the second volume I had a pun with the bullseye. Once again, if you read the second volume, you know what I'm talking about. And that I just couldn't translate it into Hungarian because the phrase bullseye is just not existing in Hungarian. So the joke, the pun didn't work anymore. So I actually had a friend coming to help with the translation, and she came up with a version that still did work for the Hungarian version, but at the same time we had to completely change the sentence. So the sentence had a completely different meaning, but we had to put in something in order to keep the scene together, because in the next panel the characters are reacting to the pun, but the pun wasn't there anymore in Hungarian, so we had to come up with another pun, so that was a lot of struggle. Of course, later on we came up with something that, oh shoot, that might have been so much fun to put in there, but at the same time her translation was pretty witty, and it did work, and yeah, I don't know what I would have done without her. So ever since then, I'm just not doing any more puns. At least I think I never included puns afterwards, but yeah. Sometimes I'm very tempted to do them, but at the same time, nope, we're not going for that again. Weezy says hello. Sanchez Knights, you can make money in comics, build your audience, make your fans happy, never share politics, and you can be like Ethan Fons Kyver? I'm not sure about the name, but yeah, pretty much. Yep. Like, it's different for every artist. Everyone has different goals, different methods, different paths, but yeah. Ayan Ahmed, when you made your story and manga, how did you feel when you showed the people? Like, was there any way the people didn't appreciate your art and criticize it? That's what I'm afraid of. Yeah, I think that's what everyone is afraid of at first. For many years I was just drawing for myself and never showed my stuff to anyone, like not even closest friends or family. But then in high school, when I started high school, I decided that, hey, this is my new beginning. And I decided that, yeah, I'm gonna embrace who I am, and by the time I started high school, I actually knew that I want to do comics. So I decided that I'm just gonna brace myself, and when we made our first introductions, I already made that, hey, I'm that nerdy kid who draws comics for fun. And actually, it went down better than I expected. Like, sure, some people went like, sure, you do you. Some people were like, that's childish, and then, at the same time, there were people who were quite supportive, like even some teachers, so I consider myself super lucky about that. And some friends were actually really interested in what I was doing, and some of my first readers were actually my classmates. So I was really happy to have an audience in school, basically, even though they weren't into anime or manga at all. But they were finding it interesting that they have a classmate who's doing this, and they were enjoying the story. And later on, I could convert some of them into anime fans by bringing some manga volumes in school, and people started to watch Death Note and things like that. So that was pretty cool. And of course, I was also lucky because at that time I also had a boyfriend who was pretty supportive of what I was doing. So yeah, that did help. That even when I was in my free time with him, I felt okay just doodling and getting into my passion of drawing comics. So yeah, I was very lucky with that environment in high school. But yeah, it took me took me quite some time, because even before starting to draw comics, I was writing novels, and actually those I never showed anyone. Like, I had several notebooks filled with my novels. I was very young, so they are probably very, very crappy quality of novels. But you know, those were my start of content creator. So yeah, I never showed those to anyone, and comics were kinda easier because, you know, no one really was an artsy kid. So I felt like, yeah, at least, you know, I do this. I might stand out a little bit. And yeah, it did work out. But of course, I was always very, very nervous whenever I showed someone new, because I just gave too much for them about what people might think about me, what people might think of my work. And you know, I'm still super nervous when people are just looking through my stuff. Like whenever I'm at convention and people are just flipping through the books, and I'm like, oh my god, do they like it? Is it okay? And yeah, it's a kind of nervousness that I just can never get over. But at the same time, I'm always super happy whenever I receive positive feedback. Like there's just no feeling like that when you actually face to face with people and they are just loving what you have, and they're like, oh my god, I love this, and this is so cool, and you know, it's just incredible, because so far I met so many different people in different conventions here in Hungary, in the US, or people from other countries and stuff like that, and it's just mind-blowing. So it will be always a very, very, very nervous feeling when you're showing your work to people. And I should mute my phone, sorry. But at the same time, that's just something that you gotta brace yourself for. Of course, it's good to have a thick skin, but if you dare, you just stand out with your work, you will find your audience. And you know, the more you do, the more people will engage with your stuff. So have the courage, because in this industry, that is everything. Like, have confidence and just give it a try, because that's how things will get started for you. Like, you know, it was how it started for me. I first showed stuff to my close friends and schoolmates, and later on I was just showing stuff to everyone, and that's how I first got published, because I just sent an email that, hey, look at my stuff. Okay, it didn't really go like this, but kind of went like this. And you know, I was sending stuff to publishers, and later on I was uploading stuff online so I can reach wider audiences online. And that's how I also got into Saturday AM. And yeah, I was always nervous. Like, there's nothing compared to that sort of anxiety when you're sending your stuff and you're waiting for feedback. And sometimes it can be cruel, sometimes it can be the saddest experience, where you're just turned off or you're just never receiving an answer. But this is how the entertainment industry works. So like I said, you have to have a thick skin. But you know, you just get to brace yourself and embrace the good moments, because there will be good moments if you keep going on. And of course, not everyone is entitled for a career in comics, or as a career as a comic artist or comic writer. So you also have to take a look at things realistically. So, you know, sometimes maybe, you know, if you feel like you're just not up for it, like it comes with a lot of stress, a lot of pressure and everything. So if you feel like that's not for you, or you can't handle it, maybe you just want to do it as a hobby. You know, maybe just share it with a smaller audience at your local convention, or you know, homepage or something. Or you know, maybe you just want to go for something else, like a support role in comics. You might want to work on design, or you want to be an editor, someone who works behind the scene, who's just as important, because these positions are so underappreciated and underrated. But those people are the heart of the comic industry as well. Because sure, you always hear the big names, but at the same time, no comics could be published without the help of editors, designers, people who are working on different positions of the comic industry. So that's also very important to always look at the big picture and try to find your place and your role in all this. So yeah, just be brave and search for what's best for you. Sanchez Knight's fear is what stops the people who are successful and those who never go anywhere. Yep, fear is the enemy. Ayan Ahmed, because there are a lot of art styles that look similar, so you will be overshadowed, or people will say that you play your... Oh, I get rid of it. It's a hard word. Dude, like... Shoot. I'm sorry. Yeah. Such art. And that's my biggest fear. Yeah, that's I'm not gonna say it's fair word. But that fear, I think, is sort of irrational, and that's, in my opinion, without any offense man, that's kind of a childish and amateurish fear, because sure, there will be similar stories, there will be similar stories, but at the same time, nothing is original in this industry. So you just need to focus on finding your own voice and trying to tell a story that only you can tell. But you know, no matter what you do, you might think you're doing the most original story ever, and the first comment you will receive will be that, oh hey, this is like that, or I think that character looks like that, or this reminds me of that. There will be always those people, and it can be super frustrating. Like, you know, sometimes, sure, they are very on point, but sometimes I'm even, you know, many of our creators at Saturday AM are receiving comments that, oh yeah, this is like that, or this story is that means that, and you know, many times the creator don't even know those series, and you're like, sure, whatever. You kind of need to learn to shout those fears out. Sure, try to be as original as you can, but at the same time, let go of those fears that people might think that you're plagiarizing or you're copying, because you should know it best. Are you plagiarizing something? Are you copying something? Maybe you're doing it unintentionally, because sometimes that happens, that you might have seen something that's cool and, you know, you kind of work it in your story, but at the same time, you should know it best that if you're truly working hard on your stuff and you're not copying poses or scenes or character designs and stuff like that, then yeah, just work on your own stuff and try to tell it in your own way, and you should be good. Of course, there are always stuff we see, like, it's super funny when people are submitting stuff to Saturday AM and it's just blatant Apple Black ripoff, and we're like, really? You're not even trying to copy something that's not our own stuff? and you know, it just happens. But at the same time, you know, if you take it seriously and you put in enough effort, research, and try to cherish your own roots and your own ways of telling a story and drawing, then I think you should be fine. I'm just trying to shout out these comments saying that, oh yeah, this is like that or this is like that, because they will always be there no matter what you do. People will compare your stuff. And you know, that's not always a bad thing. Like, sometimes, you know, that can lure in more audience, because they are like, oh hey, I like fairy tales, so I heard your stuff is like fairy tales, so I'm here and I'm gonna give it a try. And you know, that works. I mean, that's how often we introduce our comics to people. Like, if you ever met us at a convention, we will always use these comparisons to sell the idea of what we're doing, that hey, it's like a Shonen Jump but in the West, and we are a diverse magazine. Or whenever I try to introduce Saigami to someone, I'm always giving them the page that, yeah, let's get Saigami is like if you were to mix Inuyasha with Legend of Korra. because that will give the people an idea immediately, because these are titles that pretty much everyone is familiar with. Even if you're not knowing them too well, you kind of know what it's about, so you will get a general idea. So sometimes these comparisons can be even for your own benefit. So yeah, don't let the fear hold you back. Kaze, is it okay if one of your mangakas had, let's say for workplace Twitter? Just a silly question. Well, basically, you know, our creators own their own content, and we did have some artists, or did work with some artists who had like R-rated content on their various platforms. I'm not sure if it was Twitter. I know we had a creator who had R-rated stuff on his Patreon. So for PM creators, that's okay, because in PM, you know, we tend to have more mature content. It doesn't mean that, you know, it's necessarily let's say for work, let's say for the workplace, whatever type of content. But at the same time, you know, you have to stay within certain limits, because, you know, our creators are part of the brand. So once you became part of something bigger, like Saturday AM, Saturday PM, the company, you're also representing the brand. So, you know, if someone just driving porn on their Twitter or Instagram, it's gonna be kind of questionable. Of course, you know, like I said, we had creators who were working on all sorts of different projects like that. But yeah, we won't publish any content like that, that's for sure. At the same time, you know, it can depend. Like, you know, it was actually kind of fun, because when Tumblr changed the rules for its content, and people were flagging stuff that weren't necessarily R-rated, like, you know, it was just figure drawings that people were like, oh, those are naked people, let's flag it, and stuff like that. So yeah, you know, it's not really a silly question, but I think it should be self-explanatory, but what's okay, what's not. Of course, you know, it's always a tricky question, like, you know, what is too much, what can offend people and stuff like that. So yeah, even as an artist, you know, I would say that be careful with what you upload and how you handle content. But at the same time, I know many artists who are doing good stuff on Twitter or on Patreon and stuff like that. So yeah. I guess it depends a lot on the circumstances. Savage Beer Arts. I've had a few comments like that making comparisons. One of them was a little dumb, but people are bound to have characters or concepts that are similar. Yeah, like people just like to look for similarities. You know, it like I said, it can be highly frustrating. At the same time, there's not much you can really do about it. Like, you know, whenever I receive a comment like that, I'm just like shrug it off, and I'm like, sure, whatever. There were times when I did a stupid thing and I did answer, and you know, some people are just looking for a flame war or something. Like I remember, it was a couple of years ago, someone was just going all out that, oh yeah, this character is like that, and I'm like, I never even heard about that manga or never read it, and they're like, but it looks like that, I'm sure you copied it, and I'm like, I don't even know what you're talking about. And you know, they were just like accusing me of stealing a design, and I'm like, I never even seen that character. And then I of course googled it, and I'm like, I didn't even see that comparison that he was talking about. Like, I don't see the similarity there that much. So you know, it's just not worth it. Let's see. Sunshine nights, I'll be seeing winter sunny, have fun drawing. Draw Foxgirl sometime, lol. I actually will be drawing some more Foxgirl, probably later on, because I'm gonna do some more commissions for that convention I was at the last time to draw their mascots. So yeah, we shall see that in the future. When I was still draw this part of Naruto's jacket as a fur, and I'm pretty sure it's not fur. It's, yeah, whatever. When manga chapters it look like fur. And I know a bunch of cosplayers who look like fur as well. Oh well. No, I'm late. Well, you're not late. We're in the middle of the stream. I'm still drawing. We'll draw another character. So, yeah. you're not late. You missed like an hour, I think. But the stream will be available later on. Yeah. So you will be able to catch up later on. And see what you missed. I will be doing some more streams in the future. I will do my best to announce them a bit earlier next time. Like, I actually wanted to announce the stream like earlier today, like in the morning here, so that would have been yesterday in the US. We had a meeting 14 or Saturday AM, and I wasn't sure when that will be. So yeah, I couldn't announce it until I was sure that I will be able to do the stream. So next time I'm going to do my best to announce them ahead of time. And if I'm putting up a poll, I will give you some more time to vote on characters and stuff. Actually, I never saved this illustration before, so I probably should be doing a saving of my own as well. So, just doing it. Speed. Let's see, Savage Bears. Also, there was a feature that you used in a stream before where you were able to color inside your line art and not go past the lines. I remember what that is. Like a clicking mask, or I'm not sure. Well, what I use is selecting the area, like I set up the lines, like using just the magic wand tool. Of course, right now it's picking up the lines for the sketch as well. Or the other thing, that's my mom. She didn't know I had the camera on. Or the other thing that you can do is, yeah. Yeah, She's not used to my YouTube life. She says it's Friday the 13th and she has bad luck. Okay, so the other stuff is basically when I already had the colors, I just create a clipping mask here, clip to layer below, so that will allow you to stay within the lines. If that's what you mean, I'm not sure, because there, it depends on what I'm doing or what you meant, or you can just, for example, if you want to color over your line art, then you can lock the pixels. Like let's say I'm switching this to black because I did this in black, but let's say I want to color the line art to be like orange because it's such a reddish color, then I hit this lock the transparent pixels and I pick the orange color. So now if I go over the line art, I'm only going to color the line art. If that's what you meant. I'm not sure. So these are the options I usually use. So either the locked transparent pixels, the clipping mask, or just the magic wand. And oftentimes I select outside, so I select the area outside of the line art, and then I hit the inverse or invert selected area. So these are the things I usually use. So now I'm switching this color back to red because that's how I like to work. And yeah, let's take a look at the comments. Kazi, what's your opinion on manga rock? Well, I'm not sure if I know the entire story. I know that they basically did shut down, but after that they announced they are doing something of their own. Oh, I'm using the wrong pen. Okay, so that's why. Okay, it was weird. Scanlation is not a good thing. Because of course it's damaging the industry, and yeah, many people were thinking that they were actually reading legal stuff on Manga, because a bunch of the manga that was uploaded there was actually ripped from the digital release, so it really did look like legit stuff, and many people didn't even know that. So that's rather disturbing, because of that, many people just expect this content for free. Like, what always comes to my mind is when I joined Saturday AM, and I actually made an announcement about it on the Hungarian homepage, because that was a site where I used to upload the Saigami chapter 1 and the first part of chapter 2 of Saigami in Hungarian. And I made an announcement that, hey guys, I'm not gonna be uploading these pages in Hungarian anymore because I got published in Saturday AM and I'm gonna be working with them and we're gonna publish the books and everything. And many people were like, oh, that's pretty cool, finally Hungarian is reaching something more. And there was a comment that was like, oh wow, that's cool, I hope it will be up on Manga Rock and Manga Panda so I can read it for free. And I was like, really? Really? and it was disturbing that some people just don't even understand how damaging it can be to read free scanlations. So the fact that I like I said, I don't know the full story, but the fact that Manga Rock never really stated that, hey guys, by the way, we're illegal, and they were making tons of money on scanlations and people who were reading their scanlations. That's not a good thing. At the same time, I know that many people can only read scanlations. I used to read scanlations, I'm not gonna deny it, because yeah, it's in some countries you just couldn't access manga properly. So on that aspect, yeah, there were stuff that I used to read on various scanlation sites, but nowadays you can access a bunch of manga series. Like the most popular series you can already access legally Some of them are even for free, like Manga Plus from Shueisha, and Manga Poke for some Kodansha stuff, and yeah, you can literally get digital manga for just a few bucks. So nowadays there's less and less excuse for the scanlation sites and people who read scanlations, and yeah, manga was doing a lot of damage like that. So, but you know, they are out, but at the same time there are like hundreds of other scanlation sites, so I'm not even sure if, you know, they are really going down or they are just going to a mirrored site. Like if you go to a bunch of other sites, it will exactly look like Manga Rock. It's just a different title, but everything is still up. So yeah, it's how it works. But you know, maybe in a few years we might see some change. I mean, I don't have illusions that piracy will go away, but at the same time, you know, the huge Japanese publishers are realizing that, oh shoot, we need to do something because the world is changing, people are demanding more and more digital content, and you know, that might be the only way to prevent piracy. So yeah. Kazi has the music too loud. Oh shoot. Okay. So louder music. Lokati hates Naruto. Yep. Hates Naruto. Oh, it's been a long time since I drew him. Okay, so I'm gonna do a tiny bit of shading and then I'm gonna be drawing Gilgamesh, yeah. He might belong to the messages. To jump into the Fate franchise. I wanted to, like, I really been considering watching Fate. Because I think I even might have seen like the first episode of one of the series, or it's parts of it. And I really like one of the opening songs, Brave Shine. It's one of my all-time favorite anime opening songs. So just because for that, I really wanted to jump in. And then I've seen a video from Gigot talking about the Fate franchise, and I'm like, nope. it's just too much. So I just don't have the time to jump into such a huge franchise in my mind. Honestly, I don't even know where to start it, so it is not great for me. It's a little bit here. Okay, there we go. That's my Naruto. Yeah, it kind of looks like Sean. Of course, I took liberties with his hair, so this is Naruto in my style. He doesn't really look like Naruto, but he looks like my style. Alrighty. So I'm gonna quickly save here, and then I'm going to be looking for some reference images. Savage Mirrors, I think it was the clipping mask actually. Oh yeah, so yeah, the clipping mask. Many other drawing software has the clipping mask effect or mask effect. So yeah, you just hit that. Okay, so how it works is, you know, the layer above will clip to the layer below. What am I doing here? Okay, so with it will only show up like that. This is a crappy explanation, but I showed this before, so you know what I'm talking about. So much for Naruto. I just saved. But I saved again. I never saved often enough. Oh shoot. Okay, so this is a fun mistake that happens a lot of times when I'm drawing my pages. Since I drew him mirrored, I actually drew Konoha-san mirrored as well. So now I need to mirror it in order to have it properly. It happens with Ayumi's hair a lot of times. It happens with Sean's earrings, that I drew them so often facing the wrong way that, oh my goodness. Okay, so now it's okay. Naruto is done. Alrighty, so I'm gonna put a new layer and then we're typing in kill Kamash. Let's stay. Assume Google is opening up a new tab for me. I think Chrome might be crushing me. I guess it's with 0. Those of you who know have me because I'm not sure. Okay, yeah, so it's the guy in the golden armor. Okay, I'm just looking for... Okay, so I found an image that has like 7 different versions of him. Okay, so I'm not sure which one to go for, but I'm just gonna pick probably an anime screenshot or something because I see some fan arts here. This is the part of the stream where you're just looking at me staring at the screen. So he does have his hair down sometimes, I guess. I kinda like that. Okay, so do you want me to draw him with his hair up or with his hair down? I'm leaving it up to you guys. Because I kinda like him with the hair down, but at the same time I'm not sure if that's the same guy, right? Or is it just for something else? Like I don't know, like I said, I don't know anything about this character, so help. Cause I think it's every mangaka's dream to be approached by an anime adaptation company. Probably. I mean, I might be an exception because I was never about the anime adaptation. I wanted the books. Like, to me, the book was always more precious than the anime. You know, it also might be that whenever I started out, I just wanted to tell the stories. So yeah. But at the same time, yeah, adaptations are really cool. And, you know, when you see your characters moving and you hear them speaking and stuff like that. So yeah, I understand why everyone is going for anime or, you know, other adaptations. Because yeah, that can be awesome. Okay, so I'm just going to save an image here. Still not sure which one to go for. I wish I had an image that... Oh, okay, this might be good. Though I don't see his armor here properly. I might just go for a version that has a t-shirt. Or not a t-shirt, but kind of like a shirt on him. I might just move for this back here. That seems to be his go-to, I guess. Okay, so I'm saving this. Speed. Is he a villain, by the way? Doesn't even know. Because he has kind of an evil glare in some of these pictures. So I'm sure. So my laptop is freezing on me again. Eventually I will have that reference image. There we go. Okay, so I'm gonna open up it in Clip Studio so you can see what I'm using as a reference image. Okay, there we go. Oh my god, the colors are so different on these screens. Like I said, this tablet is brand new, and right now the colors just feel so much more vibrant. Vibrant, yeah. On this tablet than on my monitor. But I'm not sure if is this better or is that better. Maybe this screen is better because yeah, there's a huge difference in colors. Anyway, I have Gilgamesh here. Put reference image to the side here. Yeah, there we go. Okay. And I'm not sure how I'm gonna draw him. Like I said, I don't know anything about this guy. So yeah, just give me a minute. I'm gonna catch up with the comments and then I'm gonna start drawing. Let's see, Ayan Ahmed, I love the work. I will be leaving to do some homework. Good luck in finishing the art. Bye, Sunny. Well, thank you for being here and good luck with your homework. Manny Spike, Kilua, Ricardo Duron. Oh, hello. Well, hello, Ricky. Oh man, a live stream. How is it going, Sunny? Also, how is everyone in the chat? Well, I'm doing well. I just streamed Naruto and I'm gonna be driving Gilgamesh next. I hope. It's nice to have you here. Kazi, you ever tried drawing a JoJo pose? Not the pose. I did draw 2 JoJo characters so far in my live streams. Those are both requests. I probably won't be able to remember the names of the characters. Like one of them was like a priest guy, and the other one was a guy with some crazy locks. But I only drew like headshots of them, or like shoulders up, I think. So not the pose. I'm not even sure which one is the JoJo pose. Like I'm absolutely a noob when it comes to JoJo. Like sure, I've seen a bunch of memes and I know that the JoJo reference is a JoJo reference thing and stuff like that, but that's literally all I know about it. So yeah. Sorok says Solshock, not Sorok. Sorok is a Pokemon. Solshock, sorry. Solshock says hello. Oh, hello. Spade, hey, it's my boy Gilgamesh. Okay, so you know him, okay. Well, I hope I'm gonna do him justice. So yeah. I'm not sure how I'm gonna draw him. So I'm just gonna jump in with my usual circle. So usually when I start drawing, I always start with the circle. And I'm actually just doing this because I still have no idea what kind of pose or... Well, it's not really a pose because I plan to do a shoulder up here as well. But you know, while I'm drawing the circle, I'm just trying to imagine that maybe I want to draw him facing this or up or down or whatever. So usually I'm just sitting here for a minute and I'm just drawing circles. It's super relaxing, but at least it's, you know, kind of gets sort of an anxiety out of you. I don't know, like you know, when you're just sitting in front of the blank canvas and it's just glaring at me and I don't know what to draw, but it has to be perfect at first. And yeah, that's why I just draw the circles and they just come to you. Many times they just don't, and I'm just redrawing and redrawing and redrawing and redrawing. But yeah, it's a good thing, and you know, it's easier digitally because you can just erase it can be a bad thing if you just ruin your paper in traditional media and you just draw in circles and you just can't make up your mind. I don't really want to copy these headshots exactly, like there's just so much here that I'm just not sure what to draw here. Wow. I really like these shots, I might go for something similar. For sure, but I did the thing I did too, so maybe I'm just gonna go with over it. Shoulders for him, I guess. That was bulky. At the same time, I'm going to draw hours. Super refined. Okay, so I'm going to leave what it was because this is just my very first layer sketch. Like you have seen with my Naruto, I usually do like 3 layers of sketch. Sometimes when I'm drawing the pages, I'm just doing the 2 layers and I'm just inking on top of not so refined sketch. But yeah, since this will be a refined sketch record, I'm going to do it. So once again, I'm doing a layer and I'm switching the color to blue. Special features. Okay, everything on him is kind of related. Chin, yeah, so it's gonna be quite a challenge because in my style, I don't think that to be more rounded. So yeah. Speed. Okay, so I read through the first 2 volumes of Saigami, and I need to know, do lightning and ice Saigami exist? This is a spoiler question, but I think I might have answered it before. Yes. Yeah, actually, you will see some more about this in chapter 19. Yeah, right now we are at chapter 18. So in the next chapter, actually, we will be touching this topic a bit more. So please look forward to that. By the way, Saigami will return in issue 105, so in October of Saturday AM. In that installment, you won't be seeing this just yet, but in the next installment, so that will be the start of chapter 19. That's when we'll be touching this a little bit more. So yeah, so far in Saigami, I only shown the basic elements, you know, fire, air, earth, and water. But there's some more to this. So if you pay close attention the way things are explained, or heck, even in chapter 4 when I was showing some of the elementals, sure, I was mostly focusing on these 4 main elements, but at the same time you could have seen some other stuff, although you might not have caught that, but yeah, sorry, can't English. But yeah, so since the power of the Saigami are not solely about elemental control, but they are doing their powers through the astral stream, there will be some more stuff going on with the powers than just the pure elements and stuff like that. And right now I'm trying not to spoil things, but yeah, I received this question before that, you know, will it be like in the Avatar, like will there be like someone who can control more elements, or will there be like sub elements, like, you know, like lava, ending or things like that. So yes and no. I really don't want to go into this in such detail, but yeah, there will be some more going on with the elements, so I will be touching base later on in the story, so stay tuned. um so yeah. I should be drawing too. So yeah, I'm actually super excited for the next chapter of Saigami, because it will be something I've been waiting to draw for such a long time, and we're finally reaching that part of the story. So yeah, I hope you guys will enjoy it. I will try to do my best to draw as fast as I can in order to produce more pages and finish volume 3 as fast as I can. Because yeah, there are some more exciting stuff coming, and yeah, stay tuned. Aaron Johnson, you're amazing, 10 for 10 gold medal. Oh, thank you. I never received the gold medal before. I don't think I ever received a medal for anything before, so thank you. Kazi, oh my god, the speed. Hashtag goals. Well, you know, it's just whenever I'm doing the very first layers of sketch, it's just all about speed. Like, I'm not trying to do anything super refined. I'm just really trying to get everything out and get it moving, because I need to get on that roll. Of course, you know, during the streams it's kind of harder because I'm always stopping to talk and start my stupid gesturing. But yeah, it's, you know, that's what I love about sketching. You just go in, you just do whatever you want. You can be fast, you can be rough, you can go over the lines as many times as you want, and especially digitally, that's like super easy. So yeah, that's something I really enjoy. So yeah, just get rough with your lines. Just do them as fast as you can. And you know, even if you're not as fast, I'm being encouraged by that. Yeah, so yeah, so I really can't English anymore. So it's late here. So yeah, it's you know, speed is something you will develop with time. Like, I used to be super slow. I still am not that fast as other artists. Like, you should see Jay Wooden draw in action. Oh my goodness, like, he's crazy. Crazy good, but oh my god, he's super fast. So compared to him, I'm not even that fast. So yeah. Aaron Johnson, what's your favorite volume, Ruby? Oh boy. That's a hard pick. Because there's something I love about every volume, so it's kind of hard to pick a favorite. But I think I would pick either volume 5 or volume 6, because I feel like, you know, the volumes were getting better and better as they advance with the story. Of course, volume 4 was kind of a slow burn. So if I had to rank them, I would probably put volume 4. I think it's one too. So yeah, it was just, you know, tying two bigger arcs together. But volume 5 and volume 6 were just amazing. And I really love them. So I probably would go for that, because they had some incredible character development and some really good twists. There were many times when I was like, oh my god, I did not see that coming. And you know, usually I think I might go for volume 5, because I really loved a bunch of its episodes. I really loved the interactions with Yang and Raven. and the whole fights and the showdown at the end, and I really love the twist. I'm not gonna spoil it, but if you've seen Volume 5, you know what I'm talking about the twist in the end. I really love that because I absolutely did not see that coming. Of course, after rewatching, you can pick up the signs, but at the same time, when I first watched it, I'm like, oh my god, I wasn't expecting that. So, plus there were some really, really nice emotional moments there, and I absolutely loved that. And at the same time, Volume 6 had some super amazing moments. I really loved the flashback they had after encountering Jin. That was really nice. I really like Maria's character, so she was a nice addition. I absolutely love the apathy episodes. Like, oh my god, that still gives me the creeps if I think about that. So that probably was one of the strongest part for me in the entirety of Volume 6. Like, that was just amazing. I absolutely loved it. So whenever I think of Volume 6, the apathy episode comes to my mind, and I'm like, yeah, that's like super strong. And at the same time, I felt like I had 3 moments in Volume 6 that are really, really deciding it for me, that maybe I'm leaning towards Volume 6 now a little bit. Because yeah, there's the apathy episode. I'm trying to do this without spoilers. So yeah, so there's the apathy episode, there's the scene with the statue. I'm trying to do it without the spoilers. Like, that made me cry so hard at first. Oh my goodness. Like, even second watching, it made me cry. And then whenever I listen to the song, it just, oh my goodness. And yeah, there's the fight at the end. Yeah, I can't do that without spoilers. So, you know, the fight at the end. So yeah. Yeah. So maybe Volume 6. Yeah, I might go for Volume 6. And yeah, I'm super excited for Volume 7, and it's saving, so I can't draw. I'm trying, but it's not drawing for me. Okay, so I'm just gonna look at the comments, right? It's saving for me. I probably should be saving too, but it's the auto saving. Let's see, Spade. Also, I freaking love the commission you sent me so far. You really brought Donovan to life. Can't wait to see the final version. Well, I'm really happy you like it so far, and thank you once again for your support and choosing a commission from me. And yeah, it's a super fun commission to work on, because yeah, it's one of the things I really love about doing commissions is that they always move me out of my comfort zone, and I get to draw so many different kinds of characters and clothing styles and hairstyles and stuff that I normally might not be do on my own, because I have my own style, I have my own ideas about design and characters and stuff like that. But whenever I do commissions, it's always a super fun challenge to do justice to someone else's character and other designs and stuff like that. So I really love that. So yeah, I'm looking forward to finishing the commission for you. Okay, so I'm trying to do a smug smile here for this guy. I'm still not sure if he's a villain or he's just cocky or something, but I don't know. Like, he kind of looks evil here. Is he a villain or doesn't even know? But I'm not even sure if how it goes in Fate, because I know that there are different versions of this story. So yeah, it's maybe I don't even want to get into this. Let's see, Kaze. I used to use the old Wacom tablet. Now I upgraded to the one you have. I can't find a good shortcut key to flip the canvas. Any suggestions? I'm not sure if there's like if in Clip Studio you can customize your shortcuts. So if you go to yeah, so go to File and Shortcut Settings, and here you will find basically all of the functions. And you should go to Main Menu, Edit, and here you should find, I think, the Rotate Canvas. Or maybe not here. Yeah, here it is. Rotate. So here's flip horizontal, flip vertical. So here you can set your own shortcut keys. So at the moment there's no shortcut assigned to this, but you can assign like a shortcut key. Like let's say you want this to be like whatever, press a number, press a button, but just make sure it's not for something else. So it will take some research, but you can set that maybe you want it to be like whatever, like Control 0 or something, and then you can assign a shortcut to this. So you can completely customize all of your shortcut keys and all of your shortcut buttons. I actually don't have anything assigned for flipping the canvas because it's just a movement and I'm not flipping the canvas that much. So yeah, so far as you could see, I'm not using so many shortcuts whenever I'm sketching. Like I'm usually just flipping between through the eraser mode, like the transparent mode, and the color whenever I'm sketching. Whenever I'm inking or coloring, I'm using more shortcuts. So right now I have all of my shortcuts assigned to something, and I also have a switch controller. Controller. I can't English. So I did assign this to be a remote control for Quick Studio as well. So the different buttons will do different stuff. Right now I'm not using this because, like I said, I'm testing the tablet for the review, so I wanted purely to rely on this right now, but I probably will go back to my switch controller because it's just so comfy to have everything in my head, and I memorize all of the buttons. But at the same time, this has a lot of cool features, like the dial is just super handy that I can rotate the canvas like this, and it's just awesome. But yeah, you should be able to customize all of your stuff. To be honest, I did a Google search when I was assigning stuff to my shortcuts. Like, I didn't know what it was to assign the rotation to the dial, so I had to look it up what it was. And I think I even had to change it because at first it did not work. So I just changed the custom key for this in order to make it work, and now it works, and I can rotate the canvas. So cool. So it can be a little bit tedious to do all of this, but once you set everything, you should be good until you have to reinstall the drivers. But so far, I never had to do that. Like I've been using my older XP Pen tablet for over 1.5 years now, and I never had any trouble with the driver. I never had to reinstall it. So I'm not sure how it works for everyone else, but so far I felt like the driver for the XP Pen was pretty reliable. Previously I was using a Wacom, and I remember I had to reinstall that first, so that was kind of tedious to set it up again, change the pressure sensitivity for myself a little bit to be customized. I customized the shortcut keys. So that happened once, and before that I was using a Genius tablet, and that was a freaking nightmare. Like, I had to reinstall it so many times that after a while I just gave up on the shortcuts. so yeah. Speaking of flipping the canvas, I should be doing that. Okay. So I feel like his ears are a little bit and a little high up, so I'm just gonna erase the ears. Oops, wrong tool. It's a weird earring he has. That looks heavy and uncomfortable on so many levels. Let's see. Cause I already used up my pen keys for undo and moving the screen. Well, yeah, well, you can use the shortcut keys you have on the side, and you know, if you run out of shortcut keys, you can always do what I have, like a switch. And if you don't have a switch, any controller that works with Bluetooth could work for you. Like, you know, it can be any sort of replacement game controller. As long as it had Bluetooth, you should be able to connect it to your laptop, and you can get a bunch of softwares. What I use is called Joy2Key. It's a freeware software. Of course, you can support the creators by a donation or purchasing it for I can't remember, but you know, it's peanuts literally, and it's pretty cool because you can customize all sorts of buttons. So you literally can use anything that's a Bluetooth controller. Like if I wanted to, I could use this Pokeball to be my controller for the Clip Studio. Of course, it wouldn't be much because it only has 2 buttons, but if I wanted to be a cool kid, I could do this. so yeah, you can use any kind of controller. Even Clip Studio has its own controller, like the TabMate controller, or you can buy other controllers. Even XP Pen has it. It looks kind of like a calculator. It has like 9 different buttons and a dial that you can use. So there are a lot of options for shortcut keys if you want to use more shortcuts. And of course, you can always use your keyboard if you have a setup like that. I never use my keyboard whenever I'm driving, only if I'm, you know, using maybe Ctrl-C, Ctrl-V. That's pretty much all I'm using because usually it's out of my reach. But you know, if it's within reach for you and you feel more comfortable with those shortcuts, that's also always an option. Just trying to get the shape of his hair right. Honestly, I don't enjoy drawing characters who don't have any bangs over the forehead. I'm not sure why, it's just kind of giving me trouble. So this feels weird. Aaron Johnson, who are your favorite Ruby characters? Oh boy. Well, I pretty much love all of the main characters, but my favorite is Yang. Yeah, but I also like I could go on forever about the characters and what I love in who and all the stuff. But yeah, my ultimate favorite is Yang, and yeah, I really like Blake. I like them together. I really like Vice. Like, Vice grew on me so much that it's super funny because I usually don't really like the type of character that she started out to be, but she had such an incredible character development that I'm just loving her so much. Of course, I love Ruby. I really love Jean. I love Nora. Like, oh my gosh, she's hilarious. I really like Pyrrha and Ran, and yeah, like I said, I pretty much love everyone of the main characters. So yeah, but my ultimate favorite is Yang. Okay, so yeah, I still feel alive because I think Chrome kind of froze on me. So I'm not sure. Are we still live? Or did we just freeze? Okay, so now we wait. I can see my laptop is struggling so hard. Okay, so the streaming software is still up, so I hope we're still up. Okay, everything is still good. Okay. So yeah, my favorite is Yang. Aaron Johnson, my favorite volume movie is volume 1, 2, 3. yep, Cory Williams are pretty cool. Aaron Johnson, which one you rather be, ninja or samurai? I would be a ninja. I don't think I would be able to move in a heavy armor like samurais had. And ninja had some cool skills, like the whole stealthy things and climbing up on the roof and all the stuff. And yeah, I really like the fighting style. Of course, I know that usually had been just sneaking and stealth for ninja and just assassinating from the shadows. But yeah, I always been more into ninjas, even before Naruto. Like I remember seeing some old school movies that had ninjas in them. But when I really got into ninja, where oh shoot, what was it called? It was a PlayStation 1 game. Shoot. Where you were a ninja. You could choose from 3 ninja. One of them was a girl and 2 guys. One of the characters actually kind of looked like Kakashi. Tenchu maybe? I can't even remember. Oh my god. But I used to play with that game a lot. And I absolutely loved it. Like, I really loved the idea that they had a Kunoichi, a female ninja that you could play as, and I absolutely loved her. I think her name was Ayami. And that game had an intro with a beautiful music, a Japanese song, and for a PlayStation 1 graphic, that video, the opening video, was beautiful to me. If I were to see it once again, it probably would be now creepy, but I remember first seeing it and I was just stunned. And there were times when I wasn't even playing, I just had the intro playing on repeat and repeat and repeat, and oh my god, I just absolutely loved it. So yeah, definitely a ninja. Zave's illustrations. Hey Sunny, tell us a bit about the other story project who have, apart from Segami, please. Okay. In the meantime, I'm trying to fix up the hair because I really don't like how this hair turned out. So I'll probably just erase his hair. So, you wanna hear about my other stories? So I have several other ideas apart from Saigami. One of the ideas is definitely Dreamwalker. You can read the short story for Dreamwalker on Saturday AM's homepage. Should be up somewhere in the manga section. Or retro section, I'm not sure. If you just go to the Saigami homepage, you can find a link to it because it's kind of hard to navigate through the old stuff. So that is definitely something I would love to work on. But, first of all, the project I want to work on, I don't have a title for it yet, so I'm just calling it so far the volleyball manga. Because so far, yeah, that's the working title. Many of you know that I'm a huge fan of Haikyuu. I really love volleyball as well. So a few years ago I had this idea that I really want to do a female volleyball manga, and the idea really grew on me, and secretly behind the scenes I've been working on it ever since. So I pretty much have the first chapter planned out and several other chapters and arcs already planned out. I actually did a few of the character designs as well. I did share these on my Patreon. The main character designs, a few side character designs, a chapter cover image sketch, I think, that I had. So yeah, so what I have for this story is it's not gonna be like Haikyuu, okay? So I know that many people think, even Frederick thinks, that I'm just fangirling over Haikyuu and I just really want to do a female version of Haikyuu. That's not the truth. Of course, I gotta admit, at first it might have started out like that, but ever since I grew as a creator, I I I learned some more stuff about storytelling and yeah, I come to terms with what kind of story I want to tell here. So even though it's called at the moment the volleyball manga, volleyball won't be its main focus. So sure, it will be a sports series, but at the same time, it will be also a slice of life story, and I really want to focus on the story of the characters. So volleyball will be a mean to connect the main characters, something that they share. So yeah, of course, there will be like complete matches and stuff like that. So in that aspect, there might be. I'm not saying it will be similar to Haikyuu, but just like in Haikyuu and like in every other sports manga, there will be times when you will be seeing the matches. But at the same time, it will be more focusing on the characters. So yeah, if I had to pitch this story, I would use the pitch that it's Haikyuu meets Nana. So yeah, it won't be a shonen story. That's for sure. Even though it's a sport manga, it's not the shonen kind of sports story. So it will be yeah, it will be more on the josei term. So it's for slightly older audiences. Of course, primarily I'm aiming for a female audience because it will be an all-female cast with the female volleyball angle. But at the same time, I really hope that everyone will be able to enjoy it. Yeah, I plan to work with a very diverse cast because the story will take place in the US in college. So I really want to grab this aspect that all sorts of people from all sorts of backgrounds, and the main character actually will be Hungarian, and she's going to the US on not a scholarship, but she's going shoot, what's it called? When you're going to a foreign school to study, I can't even remember what it is, but yeah, she's a foreign student enrolling into a US college. But she's also going for the school's volleyball team. And yeah, so I will have all sorts of nationalities, all sorts of background. I also would like to focus more on LGBTQ characters in this one. So yeah, I have a lot of stuff that I'm super excited about this story. And of course, right now Saigami is my main focus, but at the same time I really hope to launch this as a side project next to Saigami, especially since it will be only a shorter story. Like, I don't plan this to be more than like 5 volume stops. So yeah, it will be definitely a shorter, more down to earth slice of life story focusing on the characters who are also playing volleyball. So yeah, super excited for this story, and I really need it. Like, honestly, I absolutely love Saigami, and there are days when I just can't help, and all I think about is this new story, and I guess that's part of it, that I've been working on Saigami for a very long time, and of course, I matured as a person, I matured as a writer, so I'm doing my best with Saigami, and I know where this story is heading. I know what kind of story I want to tell with Saigami, but at the same time, Saigami is still in the shonen genre, so I'm not saying there are certain limitations, but you know, I can just change the story into something else as I go. So with the new story I'm planning, this new project, I plan to do some more nature stuff, some different angles, some more realistic stuff that I really need to tell, because I feel like I want to take a little break from the shonen genre as it is, and I would like to transition towards the josei angle with more realistic stuff, and yeah, so yeah, this is my project title, volleyball manga. And hopefully soon we'll have a title. Right now it surely has none. But yeah, and apart from that, there are some other projects that I have in mind. Most of them are just in an idea state, like, you know, I usually call them project titles. And most of them are in just, you know, I had this basic idea for the story, but nothing is planned. You know, sometimes I do the character designs for several stories. I usually upload these on Patreon. I also have a side project that might be a thing where I might be illustrating a light novel that my cousin is writing, actually. So recently that's been a thing as well. But I'm not that involved in that because I don't want to divide my attention up that much, because I still have Saigami, I have responsibilities with Saigami, and at the same time I really want to focus on this volleyball story. Plus, you know, I'm always doing some commission stuff as well, so there's that too. So yeah, I have no idea how his armor looks like. That's a necklace? I think it's a necklace. Like those purple balls. I think. I'm not sure, so I'm just... I'm not gonna do this. So yeah, his armor won't be accurate, that's for sure, and I apologize from the Fate fans. It's always kind of hard to draw characters you're not really familiar with. I'm doing my best here. Put it downish. At the same time, the reference picture doesn't even have his full armor, so I might have only the best reference image here. Okay, so here I'm gonna lower the opacity. Next up I'm gonna do a refined sketch layer. Once again, we're switching to a reddish color. And then we can save it. Leighton Watson, have you ever used an iPad, the iPad Pro and Procreate? I used an iPad. Maybe it was a Pro, I'm not sure. Was it an iPad Pro? Maybe it was. I can't remember. It might have been. I never used Procreate before. It looks super fancy. I really wish to try it in the future. And I might, in the far future, invest in an iPad, because that seems like super convenient for traveling. And I tend to travel. But at the same time, yeah, I haven't tried it. I did try Comic Draw on the iPad. Yeah, we were using the Comic Draw. So I was only using Comic Draw on the iPad. That was pretty cool. I did enjoy it. Okay, so using a little bit, I'm gonna refine these eyes. Tricky eyes. Let's see. Has a thoughts on intro characters? I like intro characters. I kind of feel like it's a kind of a slippery slope, because I'm not into furries and stuff. Like, honestly, that kind of creeps me out. But at the same time, andro characters, like, who are just, having a few animal traits, I actually like that. Like, let's say, okay, nothing really comes to mind on the Ruby, like the faunus in Ruby, or like the demi-humans in the Shield Hero, or they only have like the tails or the ears and stuff like that. So that stuff I'm absolutely okay with. In fact, I had a short story. I never published it anywhere, only on my Hungarian homepage, where I actually had an anthropomorph race who were like half animals, half humans. And I just want to say that I did the raccoon lore before it was cool. Like about 10 years ago, because I think I drew that story in like 2009, 2010. I think maybe a few years later, I actually had a character who was half raccoon. Like, she had the raccoon ears and the raccoon tail. It looked different than what they had in Shield Hero, because I think in Shield Hero they were going for more of the tanuki design, so the Japanese raccoon. And me, in my design, I went for the American raccoon. And I actually was super proud of the design. Like, I absolutely loved that girl. And I really like that story. And I've been thinking about finishing it, because I never finished it. I think I drew like about 20 pages of it, so I never finished up the short story. But yeah, I think that story was pretty fun. I actually been thinking about it. It could work as a series as well, because obviously it was a short story that I wanted to send into Shonen Jump back then, and it was designed to be something that could be like a pilot chapter. So yeah, in there I had intro characters. So I had this girl who was a raccoon, main character who was a phoenix. So yeah, if it's those kind of character, I actually like them. But that's all, not the furry stuff. Like, yeah, I don't know, like, I'm not sure about other conventions, but in Hungarian conventions we always have a group of people who are dressed up like these gigantic furries. Like, they have these huge heads and like full-on animal heads, and I'm not sure why, but I find them kind of creepy. So yeah, it can be super scary. Like, yeah. Maybe it's just me. I don't know. So yeah. Okay, so Ricardo Duran. Oh my god, yes, volleyball manga. Spill the beans, Sunny. I guess I'm kind of behind in the comments, because yeah, I think I spilled the beans. so yeah. The volleyball manga. It will happen, one way or another, but it will happen, because I really want to tell that story. This guy has super tricky eyes. Does he have a pupil that's... Oh shoot, okay. So... what do on the eyes? I just noticed that I have an eye here. That makes things a bit easier. The eyes are super duper hard to draw. Oh my god, LGBT characters? Yeah. Oh yeah. Of course, it's... we actually had a conversation today with the crew yesterday, and I'm not gonna fill you in about what and how, but yeah, we were talking about the topic of LGBT characters and stories, focusing on LGBT characters or things like that. So yeah, I really want to tell a story, but at the same time, I want to focus on the story and let it develop the LGBT angle, because it can be kind of frustrating when it's just a label to make the series sell, or make it like it's just queerbaiting. So I definitely want to avoid that angle. So yeah, I want things to develop naturally, and yeah, it's I don't want to go into spoiler, but yeah, I'm super excited for this, and I really hope that people will enjoy it. Mark Moore, it's my favorite mangaka, Andrea. Oh, nice to see you here, Mark. T the artist T. I totally think they're creepy too. Okay, that's good to know that I'm not the only one. Azure Omega Art. Oh girl, is it Gilgamesh? I joined at the right time. Yep, it is Gilgamesh. Once again, I'm a noob when it comes to Fate, so I have no idea about Gilgamesh. So I only hope that I'm doing him justice. So please, fans of the show, tell me if I'm doing something wrong, because yeah, I'm not sure if he's a villain, but I'm kind of going here for kind of a smug face. Based on these references. I will need to refine his hair because I'm not too happy about his hair. And that's what this face is for. So right now I'm just refining all of him. I'm planning on joining Saturday AM, but in maybe 2 years. But I think that I'm good and fast enough to be able to get out amazing content. Already been working on a story still. Well, good luck with that. Knowing your level is very important. There are many creators who are impatient. But yeah, sometimes you just need to hone your skill, and of course create content. Like, don't just dwell on your ideas, but actually start drawing pages. Even if you don't submit it to us, just start creating, because there's nothing more as valuable as experience as a comic artist. Like, there were so many times when creators who are really good are, submitting to us, or we are reaching out to them, but they just don't have any sequential art. And we're like, well, yeah, cool, but you're an illustrator, not a comic artist. So that's like super important. To have experience with the comic aspect as well. So yeah, take your time, hone your skill, learn, develop your style, your skills, and grow as a person, grow as an artist. Savage Beer Arts Sunday stream is a mix between a stream and podcast for me right now. I still have quite a few problems to do today. Well, good luck with Matt. And yeah, it can work as a podcast. By the way, if you want to listen to podcasts, Saturday AM does have a podcast. And they are actually really good. Like, you can really find some real knowledge, golden nuggets there. And in many of the podcasts we actually bring in many of our creators, like talking about their experience, or we bring in people from outside Saturday AM for an interview and stuff like that. So far I think I only been in like one podcast. Yeah, I think I've only been in the music one. So yeah, but many of our creators are joining in, so it's super interesting. And it's Frederick, so that you're receiving the honest talk, and it's super interesting. So I can definitely recommend the Saturday AM podcast. And of course, my streams are always here. fantasy. It's a mix of Kung Fu Shaolin and Boku no Hero Academia. Okay. Well, good luck with it. Sanchez Knights, I'm back. Well, welcome back. Mark Moore, Saturday is a good company. After my test pilot, I was decided I wasn't what they were looking for, but it was an awesome learning experience. Looking back, I was trying too hard to be like white manga. Given the time, I developed a more unique and, in my opinion, more fun style that works with comics. Yeah, well, uh, yeah, well, thank you for sharing your experience with us. And yeah, Saturday is not for everyone on a creator level. Like, there were artists who tried to work with us, or we tried to work with them, and they were just like, yeah, I'm not even sure if I want to do this, like comics in general, or but I'm happy to hear that you had a great experience, and yeah, we're looking forward to see what you create in the future. And that's why I really like these competitions and Summer of Manga and everything we have, because so many creators try out doing comics with us for the first time, and it's always very interesting to see where they go afterwards. Like, some creators stay with us, we start to work together with them, develop their content, and some, they just explode within Saturday AM. Like, we had crunch time, start out with a pilot, and nowadays it's one of our most popular series. Same goes for Paradise Down, which is super popular, and yeah, it's super fun to see this series grow. At the same time, there were creators who found out after trying their first chapter or just a short film, they don't even want to do comics anymore. Maybe they just want to do animations, maybe they just want to do design and stuff like that. So I think it's always very, very interesting, and it's pretty cool that people are giving it a try. And that's why I really enjoy working together with my lovely interns this year, because it was a super fun experience to develop the short stories with these amazing creators, and I'm really looking forward where they go. So work hard, guys. Yeah, we should have those meetings. That's on me, sorry. I wish I had gone for that literary heads instead now. That would have been so much easier. Can't always do what's in my comfort zone, can I? I'm really glad that I chose to this here for minutes. It's always a good excuse. That's just my style. Okay, thanks for just being messy. Mark Moore, yeah, I was still surprised that my comic Frog got most popular vote. Still I put it on a back burner where I work on a more fun story. Hopefully I can self-publish it soon. Well, good luck with it. And yeah, it's always funny because you never know what will click with the readers. So that's why, we talked about this earlier in the stream, that fear shouldn't hold you back. You just have the courage to put out your work there and just start working on it, and in the process you will learn more, grow as an artist, find your audience, find out what you want to do. It's all a learning curve. Mahmoud, Sunny, I'm working on my Stone Soul pages right now on your stream. Well, that's super fun. Good luck with them. And yeah, I actually like this when people are like, I'm working on this, I'm working on that, because that kind of gives a nice community feeling. Like it's not really often that we get to draw together with people, I think, or at least I never went to an art school, so I never really got that experience that I was drawing with different people in the same room. It only happened at conventions, whenever I was at drawing competitions. Like, I'm not sure how it goes for other conventions, but in Hungary we do have these improvisative drawing contests. So you go there, they give you 2 topics, a piece of paper, and you have 2 hours to do an artwork using either one of the topics or maybe even both if you want. And that's always been like super fun because it's just a room full of artists and everyone is just creating, and you can feel those artsy vibes in the room. And of course I always been the one who was just sitting on the floor in the corner, and I'm just drawing here, don't even mind me. But it was always super fun because around me there were a lot of people who were just bonding and they were having super fun drawing together, and then I was sitting on the floor. But I think there was like one competition where I actually got a place at a desk, and the organizers put on some music, like some old school anime music, and everyone was just singing together while we were drawing, like like Fighting Dreamers and all the Bleach and Naruto openings, and that was just super fun. and that's still one of my favorite convention memories because it was just super nerdy, but at the same time that was probably one of the first time when I was like, oh shoot, drawing is not always feeling like solitude. So yeah, I really love that information. I think I even won some prize though. I'm not sure if there was multiple. Like I don't remember getting a place, but I know that I got an award. Oh well, it doesn't even matter, but still that was super fun. Creating together is fun. That's why I really miss cosplay as well. Kazi, I do have passion for drawing and telling stories, but still I get to do at least a shortcoming just to make sure it's what I want. I had this idea of coming here. Well, yeah, that's why short stories are crucial. Like, there's so many creators who are doing the mistake of jumping into a long, way too long story right off the bat. And, that's the thing you should be avoiding. I'm speaking from experience because that's exactly what I did when I started out. I just jumped into doing Saigami right off the bat. Of course, Saigami was not my first comic. I actually tried to draw 2 comics before Saigami, but they only lasted like a few pages. But Saigami, I was sure that, oh yeah, this is what I want to do, this will be my magnum opus. It's not. But yeah, I at first I was like, oh yeah, this will be pretty cool, it will be long, like Naruto and Inuyasha and all that stuff, and I'm like, nope. like yeah, that's why I scratched the whole project. Like I did draw 16 chapters of the old version of Saigami, but then I realized that yeah, this is just no good, and I just can't tell a story this way, and it's just nope. So that's why I decided to reboot the project and change pretty much everything, or at least a lot of things about it. And before restarting Saigami, I actually was only working on short stories. Like several I did for Hungarian publications, several I just started to do for competitions, like I mentioned the Shonen Jump competition. I was just super focused on that. Like I mentioned that story with the Phoenix Boy and the Raccoon Girl. And yeah, I did through several short stories before realizing that, oh shoot, I learned so much. I now know how to tell a story better, how to do things better. And that's when I decided that, yeah, maybe now it's time for Saigami. And of course, I did cut Saigami's length drastically. Like, originally I planned it to be like 30 plus volumes. And then I realized that, no, I don't even need half of that. So now we're aiming for a healthy 10, 12 at most. I'm not sure how someone looks there. So yeah, short stories are crucial, especially if you want to do it professionally. You will need short stories to show something to publishers, because you need to put something down on the table. Because everyone has the ideas, everyone can make up stories and words and everything, a lore, but no one will take you seriously. Let's see. Alright. Clavox Renew. I'm sorry if I'm butchering your name. Hey, I'm trying to make a manga for the first time, but I'm having so much difficulty on scenarios. Like, I spend hours only in the street of one panel. Do you have any tips? Well, it's kind of cliche, but practice. Like, when you start out, everything will be slow. So you have to be patient with yourself and your creation process, because it's a learning curve. So as you draw more and more, you learn more stuff, you will get faster. But at the same time, it's very important at the beginning that you need to let go perfection, because it's better to have an imperfect comic at first than an unfinished comic. So don't fall in that mistake that you just chase perfection, that oh my god, this street in this background, this character artwork, this scene has to be perfect, because then you will get stuck in the details and you won't be able to move on. And the same happens if you just rewrite your story and everything, and you just never move on. So at first, just focus on finishing something short, like, you know, just finish 10 pages, just finish 20 pages of a short story, and you know, that will help you to build up the confidence and the experience that you will need to move forward. So like I said, it's a learning curve, but in order to get on that curve, first you need to do that climb where you need to let go of perfection, you need to start actually doing it, and yeah, just brace yourself for the fight, and then just start doing it. And it will get easier as you go, and you will learn a lot. And of course, in the process, you can also seek knowledge, like, you know, do studies, watch tutorials, and try to learn, use references. That's very important. I can't emphasize it enough. Just, yeah, references are important. So yeah, you know, every beginning is hard. Don't let it discourage you. Just start doing it. You know, everyone starts somewhere. Like, my first comics weren't any good compared to my current ones, but you know, that was my humble start, and it got me on the right path. So yeah. See, speed, rights real life server, my phone died. Well, also Gilgamesh coming to life. Yeah, I'm trying my best with him. I'm not sure still if I'm doing him justice, it's always kind of hard to draw a character that I'm not familiar with, because whenever I'm drawing a character that I know well, or at least am fairly familiar with them, I tend to feel closer to the whole drawing process, because I can feel the character. I'm not sure how to phrase this, but when I know a character, I tend to see the character in an artwork, or they seek to capture the character of the character, the personality of the character. There we go. um, so yeah, but with this guy, I think he's like that. But I can't even imagine his voice. I mean, I can imagine, but I'm not sure. You know, it's different when you draw a character who you actually know. But at the same time, drawing new characters or drawing unfamiliar characters is a fun challenge. So it has that going on. And I feel like I'm just rambling here, so I'm just gonna go to the next comment. Papa Kenisu? Hey, Sai? Hello? Tadi Artisti, or TA, yeah, but I don't know. The only ever did 4 years of high school and the rest was self-taught for me. I always loved doing art, a great feeling of you art coming to life once it's finished. Yeah, I'm self-taught as well. Like, I didn't even have 4 years of art in high school, because I only had 2 years in high school. So that was all we had. Well, I went to police foundation school, so art wasn't necessary. But I had some extra classes in high school. It was super cool because it allowed me to skip music class, and that was something I really did appreciate, because I sucked at music a lot. But yeah, that was my art career in high school. And yeah, everything else was self-taught. Let's see. Kazi, oh, you mean drawing speed? Well, I recommend that you go to a site called 30-second drawings. Basically, it gives you 30 seconds to draw a pose, and then it jumps into the next one, and so on. Oh yeah, that's a really good practice. Like figure drawing in general is great, because A, you learn anatomy, and B, you learn to simplify the shapes, especially the shapes of the human body, and how to build up a pose. So yeah, that's a really good advisor. I'm really not liking this. Okay, so I'm just gonna erase the wall shading here, and I'm gonna redo it from a different angle. I gotta be honest, I'm super into digital now. I really love digital. I don't think I ever will go back to traditional. But whenever it comes to shading my usual way, it's just hard. Like, that's the only thing in digital that I feel like I'm still not good at. I mean, okay, that sounds super cocky. That's not how I meant it. So I'm super comfortable doing all of my line art, all of my sketches digitally and everything. But when it comes to the shading with my lines, that still feels off. So yeah, I wonder if that will change or not. Maybe I just need to get used to it. I don't know. Okay. It's kind of big. Yep. Okay. some changes here. Okay, in the meantime, okay, if you're talking to each other, yeah, please use the at, so I know which comments to read and which is just you guys talking to each other. Speed, I must have to respond to the atmosphere of the chat. I'm an author of a manga I started with my best friend. At first my writing was kinda crap, but as I continued writing, I only get better with practice. Yeah, I think that's true for everything, that, you know, you get better with practice, and, you know, the more you do things, the more you learn about the whole process and about yourself as a creative individual and as a creator, or just an artist in general, like, or not even just an artist. Like, I think the same goes for sports and pretty much everything. Like, you know, not just for hobbies or activities, but even when you enroll to a job at first, you have no idea what you're doing. But, you know, with time you will get more confident, you will get more experience, and you will get better and better and better. Yeah. Yeah, that goes for every skill, I think. So yeah, practice makes perfect. At the same time, you don't necessarily need to be perfect. Like, I tend to say, it's kind of like a mantra of mine, that there's no such thing as perfect. And you know, it's something that helps me to get over that chasing the perfection thing, because I kind of used to be a maximalist in certain things. At the same time, in others, I'm not a maximalist at all. But anyway, so you know, I always had a clear picture that, yeah, I'm not the best artist out there. I'm not so talented as others. Like, I had to learn that from a very, very, very early age on, that, you know, there's always someone who's better. There are usually more and more people who are just better than you, no matter how hard you try. I really can't English anymore. So that kind of chased me down the alley, that, you know, in order to put up a fight, I need perfection and all that stuff. But then I realized that, yeah, just screw it. I'm just gonna do things my way. I'm gonna do things to the best of my ability, but at the same time, I won't chase perfection, because there's no such thing as perfect, because it's all a matter of point of view. Like, you know, perfect can be a very, very personal, and it's up to the individual point of view, I guess. Because what might seem perfect to someone might be very imperfect to someone else. If that makes sense. It's not like I try to achieve Zen here and solve big philosophical questions, but yeah, that's what I always kept telling myself, that there's no such thing as perfection. Just do it. Just do it. Just keep doing it, and yeah. Imperfect is still better than not finished. Kazi, well, I will be seeing you guys later. It was fun chilling with you, and thank you, Sunny, for listening to my derpy questions. It wasn't derpy. Like, I'm really enjoying this conversation, and I think today we touched on many interesting topics. Like, I'm not sure about you guys, but I really enjoy these kind of conversations. And yeah, of course, many times I'm just rambling here. I'm just rambling, and sometimes I'm just getting lost in thoughts myself. But yeah, at the same time, you know, I felt it's just talking about these things can be very useful, very helpful. Many times, even for myself. Like, actually, many times I like to do these streams when I'm actually feeling down, or I feel like I'm not in that mindset that I can create, and the stream's always happy because we get to talk about many things, and it helps me to get into that. Yeah, I'm not sure what to call it. Into that, I'm not saying into that zone, but into that place. So yeah, many times these live streams are kind of like therapy for me. You know, I'm just sitting here in front of the camera and I'm just talking for 2 or 3 hours. It's like free therapy. And in the meantime, I get to draw. It's a win-win. Yeah, I'm not sure how his arm looks here, so this part is not really refined. The artist T. Yeah, if you focus too much on perfection, then it's even hard to continue and say illustrations or a single page for comics, manga. Yep, yeah, exactly. Like, plus, you know, if you're just chasing the perfection, you will never get satisfied with your own stuff, so that can be very disheartening. Like, you know, it's an artist thing that, you know, one time you're like, oh yeah, I really like where this is going, or I really like how this turned out, and the next day you're like, nope. And you know, I hate this. And you know, I think most artists most of the time are just unsatisfied with their own work. So if you're chasing perfection on top of that, that just means that you will never be happy with what you have. And I think that's just super sad, because doing art is hard on its own. And you will always face the judgment of people. And you know, there will be always criticism and people who just won't appreciate what you do, or you know, nasty, mean comments and everything. Of course, hopefully, they won't be the majority, and of course, they are the voices you shouldn't listen to. Of course, you should accept constructive criticism and all that stuff, but at the same time, just try to filter out negativity. So at the same time, you should seek your own joy in your creation and your art. So if you just keep putting yourself down with the expectation of perfection, that can really get you in a hard place where you're just never happy with what you do. So yeah, let go of perfection. That might be the title for the stream. Because yeah, from now on I'm gonna do this. Spade. Like for example, in the chapter I'm currently working on, the character Rosencrantz backstory is explored. However, I wouldn't have been able to write it the way I'm without guidance from my mentors. Yeah, that's pretty cool. And you know, like I said, constructive criticism can be gold. So you know, try to filter out the negativity, but listen to the people who want the best of you and who are actually giving you good feedback and can provide you good guidance. Weezy, I like to see how a story shows the progress the main characters got through, the training, the lesson, the pain, the agony. To see it is all worth him and the final battle ensues. Yeah, that's, you know, the arc of the journey of the hero, basically. Of course, you know, you don't want to overdo every small details about the journey of the hero, but at the same time, you know, in order to have stakes in the final battle, you need to make sure that your reader actually knows the character, they connect with the character, they care about the character. And in order to build that bond between the reader and your characters, yeah, you need to show the journey that leads up to that final battle. And you know, in the end, the final battle is not even that important. It's always the journey that gets there. Of course, you know, depending on how that final battle goes down, it can be a very important part of the story. Of course, it can be game changing if something like that happens, or there's a huge twist or anything. But But yeah, it's always the journey. Savage Readers, I installed Clip Studio the other day and all my tools were all over the place. I'm still trying to get my setting back to where they were, like with my stylus. Oh yeah, that can be very, very frustrating. Yeah, it's once you get used to all of your shortcuts and where to find things and how things are set, it can be a nightmare to set them back. Good luck with that. BC, I just don't like when they try to narrate what doesn't need narration. Yeah, narration is kind of an overused technique in storytelling in general, I think. I tend to use a lot of narration in Saigami too. And sometimes I'm not sure if it's necessary or not. I always try to use narration only to go deeper in the feeling of the characters, or at least in Ayumi, because all the narration is told from her point of view in my case. So it's always just, you know, something's happening and we're receiving her thoughts, but at the same time I always try to be very, very careful with my narration, because yeah, you don't want to overdo it. You want to show the reader what's happening and not explain it to them, like, you know, that crucial rule, that show don't tell. I just realized I drew this the wrong way, because I guess it should be symmetrical. Probably. I'm still not sure how his armor looks, so I'm just trying to correct this a little bit. And it's not so refined sketch. It is not so refined anymore. Easier. Try to do the whole sports commentary. Yeah, sports commentary can be very annoying in sport manga. Speed, like what you said, the final battle doesn't matter. It's more of the build-up and the characters along the way that matters the most. If have an unfinished cast and a watered-down story, it won't feel earned. Yep, I agree. Easy. It spoils the moment when the narration is used in a situation. It's only used for introduction or context after it has occurred. Yeah, and I think we see that too many times in in comics. And not just in comics, in any certain medium, like generally, like in movies even. Like all I can hear right now in my mind is the cinema scenes guy just taking a scene off for narration. Or any other form of narration that he comes up with. So yeah, be careful with narrations. Clevox, how much reference do you use to draw a scene or a character, or do you do all by imagination? It depends. Many times I do things by imagination. Like, I'm already fairly good coming up with poses on my own, because I have my fair share of experience of how the human body works and with poses and stuff like that. Of course, there are still many poses where I use references. I usually take photos of either myself or look for a similar pose I'm going for. Especially for fight scenes, I like to do research for dynamic angles and certain poses. For example, for my fight scenes, I really like to use sports footage. Like I used a lot of multiple images for my fight scenes. You probably can't tell it, but you know, a lot of cool angles and swings, like you know, like a spiking position. I can easily render that into a punch, or you know, just look up martial art photos and stuff like that. So that can always be very useful. So I use references many times for my fight scenes. And for the backgrounds, many times when I'm drawing something complicated, several buildings, the city or the town where they are in Saigami right now is largely based on my hometown, so I took a lot of pictures walking around in my hometown, and I used that for several of my backgrounds for the buildings. And yeah, many times, you know, what I do, I usually take multiple references for the vibe or the environment I'm going for. For example, in the first chapter of Saigami, I used several different images for the harbor scene. I used several different images for the foliage and the different kind of trees that I drew. For the scene where Amy arrives in Astria. And recently in the recent chapter, like if you go for issue 109 on Saturday homepage, you can read it for free, so you can check it out what I'm talking about. There's this massive shot of environment where they are entering these rooms. And for that, I think I looked up at least 10 different images. I used some inspiration from my hometown because my hometown is a very, very old city. It was established over 1,000 years ago, so we have several ruins. So I grew up with a bunch of ruins all across the downtown. But at the same time, you know, I knew what I was going for, so I used my imagination. But at the same time, I looked up a bunch of like fantasy ruins and game footages and stuff like that. And you know, I used bits and pieces from these. Like I used a reference image for certain angles on certain things. I used different one for the water and some runes coming out from the water. I used some others for the waterfalls and stuff like that. So I usually use a lot of references for small details and different aspects. So yeah, I usually use the references for the complex stuff, but when it's just, you know, interaction of the characters, like just seeing where the characters are talking or just doing simple stuff, I usually can do all that by just purely relying on either my imagination or my experience or the muscle memory that I already built up, drawing characters, drawing different angles and stuff like that. So it's a healthy mixture. I would say it's about 70 to 30%. Like I do about 70% of the work just by relying on my knowledge, and about 30% of the work I use references. Easy. Sunny, you should speak to my old English teacher from senior year. Man, he's a beast. He's a pro when it comes to writing and interpreting. In charge of both old, new, complex, and simple poetry. That sounds pretty cool, and yeah, I think it's always very cool when you actually get to meet teachers who are inspiring in that way. So that's lucky. I remember writing a story when I was 15, I think. I learned how to build up and write characters from the story, despite the end result of the story not feeling earned at all. But yeah, you know, we learn from our failures or half successes. and yeah, I think everyone had one of those stories or multiple of those stories that just, you know, we did, but in the end it was no good, but we learned from those. And yeah, I think that's very important to embrace those failures or those tries, and those are what helps us grow. Let me see. think I should know this song, but it just doesn't ring a bell. Oh my god. Now I feel bad because I know that I know these lines, but I just can't place this right now. Help? Hint? Easy. When I think of fight scenes, I just watch a fight scene in a movie and literally just freeze frame and draw how the fist flows and the body adjusts. Yeah, that's a good technique as well. I think I did that before too, when I'm just like, I'm just looking at either animation or either movie and I'm just super focused on how it goes and yeah, freezing frames and getting screenshots is absolutely fine. As long as you just use it as reference and you're not copying it as it is, that's really great. And even if you want to copy, you can just do studies and use them later on. So yeah. Even adding a panel has nothing to do with the fight, and then incorporate the fighters, show how their fight is colliding with the exterior world, is getting thrown through multiple buildings. So that's pretty cool. Savage viewers, my mind immediately went to wanting a Lulu emoji. Oh, that would be super cute. Speed. Okay, Gilgamesh was a Pokemon trainer. What would his partner Pokemon be? I don't know. I don't really know this guy. So, something shiny? I really don't know. I don't know this person. And right now I can't even think of Pokemon that's called Pokemon Goldie. Yeah, I'm really not sure. I'm not good with that one. Like it's a different thing when it's character I know. Like I put together Pokemon teams for my Saigami characters, and I had so much fun with that. But when it comes to characters, I don't know. It's Bert, so the song comes from Charlie and the Chocolate Factory, I think. Oh, okay. Okay. I only seen that movie once, and I only seen like the new adaptation, like the Johnny Depp, Willy Wonka. So yeah, I'm not even sure. Did I sing in that? Yeah, I honestly I didn't really like it, so I didn't mind this kind of blocking it. But I never seen the original. Charlie and the Chocolate Factory. I think that's something I probably should. Do you mind using a paint palette on this drawing, like watercolor and brushstroke textures? Then use a few of the outlines. It's pretty cool how the art looks after we combine the styles. Well, I can add a little bit, I guess. Probably won't do a full coloring because I'm kind of full of it. I'm getting tired. Yes, the stream has been going on for 3 hours, so I'm just gonna do like a basic shading here. Miss Andrea, have you heard of this movie's Baki? Yep. I never seen it. I think I flipped through like a few chapters maybe, because I was kind of interested to see the art style. But that's all I know. I think it has now an anime, right? Right. Earlier. Go back. That's not the day. Always check your layers. It's like this is so reddish. I think it's weird. There we go. Okay. okay, if you don't know pure imagination, you guys are illiterate savages. You, well, um, well, I seen the movie, but it was with Hungarian dub, and I bet you any money, it probably had a different translation, like it usually does for the songs. So that's my excuse. Sokita Oshiwade, Gilgamesh. I'm not familiar with the Fate series except for the game Fate Extra, but I've heard of this character before. Yep. In this stream I drew requests from the Instagram family, and someone was requesting Gilgamesh. I don't know the character either, so I'm not familiar with him or with Fate at all. The only thing I know about Fate is that I know that the main character is Saber, and that the opening Brave Shine is just amazing. I freaking love that song. And that's all I know about Fate. And that they have like a cooking spin-off. Before Gilgamesh, I would draw Naruto. With Naruto, I'm very familiar with. Only with Naruto, I don't read or watch Naruto. I used to read it, but I think I stopped about 3 or 4 months ago. I just wasn't really feeling it anymore, so I figured I'm just gonna give it time, or maybe later on I'm just gonna go back to it and see where it goes. Okay, where's my brush? Where's my brush? It disappeared. Oh, auto-saving, okay. Spade. Oh man, that's a shame because there's a character in Maki that totally reminds me of Reiji. Oh, okay. Like, the design or the personality? What are those? Just try this. There we go. Out of the lines here, but yeah, this is not proper coloring, mind you. For the eyes, and add a tiny little bit of shading to the armor. Personality wise, with the sunny neighborhood in the air completely, and even leave the external lines of color to highlight where the hands. Yeah, I could do a lot of things with this artwork, but I think I'm just going for a very basic, just marking the basic shadows here. This stream has been going on for over 3 hours now, so I don't want it to go for too long, plus I can feel it. I'm a little tired. It's 2 AM here for the record. Just adding a little bit of gold here and there, adding a little bit, tiny little bit to the air. Bluish purple thing is this purple, and the yellow are in nice contrast, so that will make it pop. Smart design choice. Yeah, even though I said I'm not going in for too much detail with the shading, I kind of feel like I'm already overdoing it. So much about not seeking perfection, eh? Okay, that's about it. Is you're the expert, so you are the fan. Oh, I don't think I'm an expert. I'm just getting really tired. So yeah. Usually I only do unfinished artwork during these streams. So that's pretty much as far as we go today. Savage Beard, Sun is gonna need that good sleep. Hope you get it, and our Selenas will continue to grow as always. Yeah, every day is a new day for Selenas. Spade. I hate to admit it, but my manga has its own version of Gilgamesh complete with cocky grin and all. Well, I think a lot of manga has this archetype of character. Yeah, I had a canvas script. Okay, so yeah, this is the final version. So here we go. Lizzie, are you familiar with the trademark witch scenes in all animes? Yep. I think in not the previous stream but the one before, we actually had a really fun conversation about beach episodes. so yeah. I think we have just too many beach episodes nowadays. But yeah. Yeah, it's starting to become a cliche how it's handled, and of course, you know, some anime handled them really well, and some had some really nice moments, but most of them are just blatant fan service. So yeah, so I'm tired. So this is the part where I'm supposed to close the stream properly, but I can never do it properly. So yeah, so once again, thank you very much for joining me for this stream today. If you like to support my works, don't forget that you can read my manga series Saigami. The first 3 chapters are up online for free on Saturday AM homepage, and you can subscribe to Saturday AM. If you subscribe through my link, your subscription fee will support me directly, as well as the magazine, and I'm always open for commissions. You can find all info about that in the video description, and also I do have a Patreon where I share a bunch of behind the scenes stuff, as well as, you know, artworks and early videos and all this stuff. So if you want to learn about my other projects and everything that I do not share on social media, you go to Matthew's Patreon. And yeah, you can find me all on, I really can't English anymore. You can find me on all platforms of social media: Twitter, Instagram, Facebook. I'm most active on Instagram, where I post stories almost kind of daily. I try. And recently I've been more active on Twitter as well. And yeah, a review video is coming soon. And like I said, you can still read issue 109 of Saturday AM for free, and it has an issue of Saigami, not issue, an installment of Saigami. So if you're interested to look into later chapters of Saigami and look into that huge background I was drawing in one of my earlier streams, then please check it out and don't forget to vote. And yeah, thank you very much for joining me. Thank you for all of your support, and I hope to see you guys in my next stream or on social media or anywhere. So yeah, see you guys next time. Good night.